Our next guest is one of the very few women that we have on this show now that we have Muscle Girls Inc. I've been trying to get her on the show for years now, but her contract has always prohibited her from talking to me, at least on the camera. But we got her here today, backed by popular demand, the one and only Ifbb Women's Bodybuilding Pro, Cathy Lefrancois. Hi, Kath.
Hello.
We got you finally. Finally. I'm allowed to talk to you. Well, you had the past few years have been good to you. 2008, 2009, 2010, you won the New York Pro 3 years in a row. I think that's a record for the women.
Yes.
And
third in Ifbb, I think fourth in Canada. That one was a little bit shocking, but
and then
I was getting mad.
Last year,
I was just like, they didn't follow this side for rules. So when I go back to Tampa, I put all myself together in a week, and I got there, and I was looking pretty good.
You were looking very good in Tampa last year. You won that show. But then at the Olympia, you fell to 13th place, which is uncharacteristically low for you. Now, what went on? What happened? Last year wasn't a great year for you, even though you did get that one win. I know you were not that comfortable up there. What changed in your physique? Because you were telling me you had a lot of stress in your life, and now the stress is not there. You looked great at the Miss International last week, where you placed fourth in a very competitive field. It looks like I see the old Cathy Lefrancois of old back. Talk to me a little bit about what's been going on in your life.
Yeah, that's true that Olympia was a catastrophe for me. I don't know, when I got ready for that, I'm full focused. I was like training here in my house. I was just like, I don't know, I was like, what is going on? Why I can't focus? Why I can't see clear? What I can make myself exciting about the show. It's Olympia. It's a great show. You can do well. He was looking so great on Tampa. I don't know. It's like I have all the stress, on my shoulder. The fact people were saying, you look so great at Tampa. If you look that way, you're going to do really well at Olympia, And I don't know. It's like I nearly the devil was around me and make me eat all the crap and make me doing stuff I didn't want to do.
Was it too many shows, Cathy? You did a lot of shows last year. You did the Miss International, you did the Tampa, you did Toronto, and then you did the Olympia.
Did Ifbb too.
Right.
I don't know. I did so much of them I don't remember. Canada.
You think you burnt yourself out a little bit?
I thought I was tired, I was just like, my physique was still okay. I was still not tired. I was training. I have great workout, but my mind, I couldn't focus. I couldn't be exciting. No matter what people was telling me, Cathy, you can do well. Stop the cheating. Stop doing this. It's like I was like, punish myself by eating or cheating or,
You were cheating on your diet, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like to cheat with?
I just don't cheat with pizza and burger and crap like that, but I just like crunch all the time.
What do you eat?
I crunch stuff like, cereal and, and the fact because Scott is a diabetic and sometimes, in the morning I gotta give him like sweet cereal stuff. So every time I was like, pick up over here and there, and I'm going upstairs and I walk and I take another bite.
Oh boy! Then you eat
I give it to you.
You eat that cereal, and you wind up pooping your brains out all day, right?
And after that, I get all pissed off, and I'm just like, oh, what did I do? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat everything I have in the house today, and tomorrow I'm going to start new. I don't know. Every day was like a battle about the getting in shape. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Lonely.
Did you feel like at some point that you wanted to just say, forget about it, and I don't want to do it at all? Because at some point when you get to that place where you just can't motivate yourself anymore, and you can't follow the diet, you just want to give up. Now I know you're not a quitter. Would you think it would have been a better idea if you have just said, you know what, maybe I'm going to take off the rest of the year?
Yeah, it's true. I was really not in my mind, not focused for it, didn't want to be there, really. Like, I was on stage and I was still not exciting, just like, what happened to you, Cathy? It's like my soul was dead, just didn't be there, so It's kind of, I don't regret. I didn't get mad either because I was saying, this is my own fault. People was like, oh, you got screwed. And I no, I didn't get screwed. I deserve to be there. This is the attitude I had all the way. I was training and diet for this show, and that's what I deserve, To me, I didn't get mad at all. I was at the party at night, at the meet the fan and stuff like that, and I was just like more happy because it was over, and now I can rest for once and eat what I want and take a break, And I took a break. I can tell you, I took a big break. Oh my God, I eat crazy. I said, how big I can be, how fat I can be. And I start to eat like crazy. And
how much weight did you gain?
I touched 168.8.
Wow, that's big for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I look cute. My face look cute, but my butt, oh, my God.
You're always in shape usually, too. So for you, that is very big. I'm sure it was uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, it was like, and I was just, okay, so now I knew, I started, and I was glad because, George, I knew I was going to work with George and stuff, so, but the first picture I sent to George, I was just like, oh, my God.
Horrified,
This is really embarrassing, because I didn't feel fat, I didn't feel like really bad, but when one morning I'm just like going in my closet and just beside my closet I have like a little mirror there and I walk and the only thing I saw is my butt coming out of the mirror. I was just like, oh my God, Cat.
You have always said you have a little cute butt all the time. I've never seen you with a big butt. You should put some of those pictures online so we can take a look at them.
Whoa. After,
That's right.
Oh my God.
You could probably
just to me it was huge, just like people were just like, yeah, you're just chubby,
What did you diet down to for the Miss International? How much did you weigh on that stage?
140. 140, and I weighed myself over there, and I touched 138, and I go back to 140.
So you actually lost 30 pounds.
Kinda.
Wow.
Yeah, but the 168, it's like, every time I know I start diet, the week before, I'm just getting crazy. I eat everything I can. I make myself sick of everything, So when I start Monday, I'm so excited. I was just like, yeah, we start diet, and everything, diet food tastes great, and I like my broccoli, and I'm just like, wow, But that's what always when I do. I remember Lee was doing the same thing too, so I guess I got that from him.
Now, because of the fact that you last year had that little bit of burnout and you really couldn't make it to the Miss Olympia at your best, will you change your strategy this year as far as how many competitions you're going to do, and what do you actually have planned for the rest of the year?
Yeah, what I did change, I said, okay, I got to put myself together, and I said, I got to go back where I was doing good, and that's when I had somebody behind me to have the stress for me, to think for me, because I know how to diet. Oh my God, I know how to diet. I know how to get ready for a show, big time. But it's like I'm doing everything to what I can do to don't make this work. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know why I do this. I just don't know.
You're sabotaging yourself.
Yeah, it's like I gotta suffer, to do well.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? So I go back with George when, I was like always happy, always have energy, always want to go train, everything.
So maybe you were overdoing it is what you're saying, and George just prevented you from overdoing it because he
exactly.
He would prevent you from going crazy. Well, that's smart.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm too hard on myself,
Right.
I just too
Well,
hard.
we all like this. We like to either torture ourselves or we don't diet hard enough. It's usually one or the other,
Yeah, exactly. And with Josh, I was really happy down, just in 2008, same thing. And this time, same thing, and that was fun,
Well, you looked good on stage. You looked good. You looked healthy, and it was a little smaller than I've seen you, but I thought that worked well for you because it made your symmetry look a little better on stage, and I think the judges liked the look that you brought to the Miss International.
Well, I was not smaller. That's funny because you tell me that the second time. I was not smaller.
Well, then maybe just look better. You put the muscle in the right places.
140.
Yeah.
I've never been 140 dry on stage, ever.
Well, you know what? I think that you had the muscle in the right places, because in the past I've seen you where you looked a little blocky at the waist and you didn't look blocky at all at the Miss International.
Exactly.
So something changed. I don't know what you did, but something was good.
Yeah. The one change, that's why you said, that's my waist. My waist was a bit smaller. I have abs for once. Yay. That was my problem. It's so funny because I was just like, I was so scared to have a blocky waist, so scared to not have nice abs that I just stressed myself out with it. I did have the problem,
Well, stress and cortisol, high cortisol levels that come from stress will bloat your waist, and that's probably what was happening.
Oh, yeah. And I remember, it's true. I didn't realize how stressed out I was.
You never do.
I didn't, I thought, I was all cool. I was like, no problem. I can work. I can do everything I want, no problem. But I was put my work in the first place before me, and it was a big problem.
Now, you were working with Gaspari for many years, for a couple of years there, and I know that he does work with athletes a lot. You guys will make a lot of appearances all around, and are you insinuating that was stressing you out a little bit too?
Yeah, because no matter what, like I said, I'm a kind of workaholic, and I want to be, I always want to be perfect, and I was put a lot of time there, and the fact, I've been with them for almost 7 years.
Yeah, a long time.
For sure. So I did a lot for them, and the first couple of years I did more, and the last year, we was kind of cut down on the work, on demo, I was used to do between 15, 20, sometimes 30 demos a month.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah. But I was like it. That was my choice, I wanted to do that,
Gotcha.
And I was like it, because more I work, more I make money.
Sure.
Less stress you have, and I pay a lot of stuff. I pay, my car is paid, I got money in the bank for the future, so I did, think about all that, that was my goal. But at the end, doing 6 demos a month was not much. And that was kind of, like I said, I was having as much work, to just prepare 6 demos than prepare 30 demos.
Why was it more work to do less demos?
Well, because you still need to do all the, put everything online, call the client.
Oh, you were doing more work per demo. Is that what you were doing? You were arranging everything.
Yeah, I was still having the same work, and more. I was need to do more Facebook stuff and Twitter stuff for 6 demos. So what's the difference? And they don't pay me more.
Gotcha. So you're doing more work for the same money is what you were doing.
Yeah.
All right. Look, some people don't have any jobs, so I guess you were lucky in the sense that you had the job to begin with. But now you're working with, I saw you at the Sand Nutrition booth. Is that a permanent deal? Did you sign a contract with them?
I didn't sign a contract yet.
Oh, okay.
We doing negotiation right now.
Gotcha.
So the last email was that we will be come back with you with a plan for next week. So.
Well, you were wearing the Sand outfit very well. You were carrying the Sand colors beautifully at the Arnold. And if people want to go online and look at the interview we did at the booth with Ed Nunn and you and Oksana Gershina and India Paulino, you got a great crew over there. So I thought it was an excellent booth, one of the most fun ones.
Yeah, I did love the way I feel there. I did like the way I could be myself. That was really fun. I could pose, I could talk to people, to my family. I could do an interview with you guys. And I was kind of feel a little bit free. I was still the way like I was in the first couple of years when I was with Gaspari. Gaspari, they're great, but they got so big.
They're big. They have rules. They got rules now. We don't like rules as bodybuilders. We hate rules. And I don't like any rule that prevents me from talking to you. That's a bad rule as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that was difficult. That was really difficult because I won couple show and like more than one couple show, like the 3-4 show I did, and every time I wanted to talk with you because I'm the winner of the show and you can't. And that was kind of a little bit difficult. It was just like
and we all know that I do the best interviews with you, so that was kind of tough for you, right?
Yeah, I didn't like the website. That's funny because I kind of go to the website and kind of look around, and I kind of did like what you do, and I was just like, wow, I'm like, this is pretty cool.
I was playing a little bit. Talk to me a little bit. What happened to your friend Iris Kyle? Because she dropped out of the show 2 weeks before. You talked to her a lot. You're friends with her. What went on in her career there that she had to drop out? Because I've never seen her drop out of a show before.
Iris, she kind of texted me before that came out of the all over the place about the injury, and she told me that she was doing lunges and that she hurt her knees. So, and I was telling her, listen, girls, you gotta just take a break, just go to the train, do what you do, try to run it, and that's what she said she was trying to do. And I said, listen, I did, New York, my first New York I did was a broken foot, and I
remember.
did, and my legs got look better, the best ever. Sometimes you overtrain, you do too much, and maybe, that would be better for you to just train around it. And she said that it started to be really, really puffy and really, really sore and really hard to do her cardio and do her stuff. So
see what happens, Iris? I mean, okay, you see what happens, Cathy, when you get older? Stuff starts hurting more and injuries happen.
Oh, yeah.
Iris is actually, I thought Iris was immortal, but she's obviously not. She is actually, can be injured,
Yeah, and it's true because I never hurt myself ever. And it started with my food when I moved in my big house, and then we moved the equipment and I rolled over one foot. And after that, when I fell on my elbow...
Yeah, you had a bad elbow and tricep didn't you? You missed a lot of time.
Yeah, that one, the elbow, yes. My arm was not bent. It could bend or stretch.
You were in agony. I remember you telling me how much pain you were in. I felt bad for you when that happened to you.
It was bad. that was the worst thing happened to me. I couldn't think you can hurt as much. When that happened, I was like, this is hurt really bad.
Yeah, well, you came back from it, though, better than ever. So you were lucky, I guess.
Yeah, and it's funny because that arm still looks so much better than the other side. And I'm like, why?
Because you rehabbed it. When you rehab it, you put a lot of effort into it, and I think you wind up building up better nerve pathways and stuff like that because you concentrate. But
it's so funny because little small the injury sometimes change your shape. My left tricep, my left side, my little finger don't bend. I had a car accident a long time ago, and this finger still up all the time. When I bend my arm, my hand, the little finger stay up. So when my tricep is not like before that happened, my both tricep was striated, both of them.
Right.
And it was so cool. I was just loving it so much because all the pose I was doing for the back and all that, so I was looking awesome. And from that moment, that left side don't have striation anymore.
So you only have striations on the right side. So you got to hit your side tricep from the right side then, I guess, huh?
Exactly.
See, it sucks getting old. It does suck.
But I'm going to work on it this time. I'm going to think about it and visualize it, and I'm going to have something next show. You
got to try some electromuscular stimulation in there, and hopefully that can help.
I'm going to work on it.
Given the fact that Iris dropped out, do you think it was a good idea? Because Yaxani Oroquin looked the best I have ever seen her. I mean, you had to be impressed with what you saw up there because she really nailed her conditioning. I was actually thinking that Iris made a good decision because she might have lost if she wasn't at her best.
You think?
Maybe it's possible. I mean, Yaxeni was really good. Were you impressed with Yaxeni, or did you not like her physique?
No.
What did you like about it?
I actually a lot. She's a wonderful woman. I like when she poses from the front, the side, but when she turns around, I just don't like the shape. I just don't like the back. I'm like, how you can be Mr. Olympia or Miss Olympia with no back?
Well, back's not Iris, because she doesn't have an Iris Kyle back, but her conditioning was probably the best I'd seen it. Would you agree with that?
Conditioning, yes. I agree. She was looking awesome. She does look great.
Did you think she deserved to win the show, or who would you have picked if not her?
I thought Becky was going to win the show.
You did?
Yeah.
What do you like about Debbie's physique?
She was every little package, you know. She was just such a cute little thing. Posed so good, nice routine, you know, beautiful face. Just the shape was full, hard, lean. She was just great, and she got better too. Like her belly to her waist was smaller this time. I couldn't see she did get better, you know, and I thought she would win.
Do you think
attitude, you know, the fact that attitude, sometimes, you know, it's like when you win a show, it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, just like everything go well, everything, you know, go with the flow, you know, and I thought that was going to happen with Debbie.
I agree with you. I think that this was her best. I think this was Debbie's best. But you know what? It seems like the shorter bodybuilders, yourself included, have a tough time beating the taller girls who seem to have a little bit more muscle. Is that a problem, you think? Did you like it better when there was weight classes, or do you like the fact that there's just one class at this point?
I just like the fact just one classes because, you know, it just... Like, first of all, the price money gets smaller.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
So it's kind of, and to me, it's just like, I like better to be fourth and a big girl than first in the small. No matter you first, we don't hear about it.
Right.
Like, look, you told me one time, I said, I won the Arnold Classic 2003. You said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I have the trophy at the house with the number one on it. But to me, I did won the show. But for people around, they don't care.
Because it was a lightweight. You didn't win the overall.
You know? Right. Exactly. You know, I remember what you told me.
You have a better memory than me. What do you think about Elena Popa? A lot of people are talking about her being, you know, real good. Do you like her physique?
Yes. I think she's, you know, all the way I was diet and all this stuff, I was just like thinking, I'm like, this girl, if she got in shape like she was, and, you know, on Olympia, she is going to win the show. Mm-hmm. You know, she's perfect. Her face was too white, but...
Yeah, she needs to work on it. The European girls need to work on the makeup a little bit better sometimes.
But her shape is so beautiful, you know, just nice legs and nice... She got calves, she got hamstring, she got, you know, she got everything in small little waist, nice abs, and beautiful back, and beautiful arm and shoulder.
I agree. Yeah, she's got very nice physique. Is she going to be a future threat, you think, in the top three at the Olympia?
Oh, yeah. I think she's always going to be in the top three. That's for sure.
She's one of the, you know, aside from her, there's really been no new faces in that top five. You know, you've been in there, obviously, Iris and Yuxeni and Debbie, and there really hasn't been any new people. She's kind of like the newest face in there, so it's nice to see some new talent. You got, obviously, Brigitte Brejevec is in there as well, and you got Kim Buck, who's stuck in there as well, and we'll see if she hasn't had the consistency that like people like yourself have had. Talk to me about the future of women's bodybuilding. You got this new women's physique division that just debuted a couple weeks in Arizona. It seems like there is a definite distinction between the women's physique and bodybuilding. Do you think the bodybuilding is going to continue? I think it will, personally.
I think it's going to stay because I'm just like, I don't see... You know, I still have so much people running me, or I'm sure other girls too, that they want to be like us, they still want to compete, they want to turn pro. People still, they have like a demand still about women bodybuilding, you know. I think that's a big mistake. I just think it's just, I don't get that one, and I don't know. Would you like to see more women's bodybuilding shows? I noticed that they don't have that many this year, and that's going to make it hard to qualify for the Olympia if they don't have that many, you know? Yeah, like I thought, you know, Orlando was having women bodybuilding, so I was just like, yes, I'm going to do that one right now. Right. I'm going to win that one and be out of it and qualify for Olympia and focus just for Olympia. And I said, this time I'm not going to do all the show like I did all the year for, you know. But they said, no, that's just physics. I was just like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel a bit like, whoa, they took our place. That's not right, you know.
Yeah, well, now you got to win it. Now you got to win one of the shows, or you can't qualify for the Olympia. If you don't place top 3 at the Arnold, or the top 2 at the Arnold, then top 3 at the Arnold, then you got to qualify by winning another show, which you have no problem doing. You've done in the past, but that means you got to diet, like you said, the whole year again.
Yeah, exactly. Because now the future show is going to be in June.
Right.
That's the Toronto show. So, right now, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I'm like, because there's some other girls they need to do a show. Like, what's her name? Black, the girl to you. I think you train her.
Monique.
Black, huh?
Monique.
The girl she got in top 6.
Which one?
That
Kim
twin. That twin black, I forget the name. Oh. I'm so bad. I still don't know.
You probably should know the people you compete with, Cathy. Come on, man. Get on the program.
I don't know. I'm so bad. If you make like a choice on me, I'm going to say, yeah, that one.
You got to be a student of the sport, Cathy. Start studying up, because when I interview you next time, I'm going to quiz you on all these names. You better know them. Well, how many more years are you going to compete for? You've been doing this a long time now, right?
Well, yeah. It's been like 25 years already. Yeah.
How many more?
I don't know. I still feel healthy and good and better. I get older, older I get, better I get.
Yeah,
so
you women get better when you get older. I don't know why, but the men get injuries. So
yeah, no, that's cool. Huh? Well, no, I kind of like it. I just like for now, as long that I don't need to stop to take my own money, buy plane and hotel to compete and lose money, I will compete. I just don't like I said, I would never expense my own money to do a bodybuilding show that I don't make money. It doesn't make sense.
Right. Well, you'll never make money in bodybuilding. You know that. I mean, you make money from the industry of bodybuilding. You really don't make any money from competing. From the prize money. It's pretty small.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but just like I said, I'm like a hardworking person. So I know, I'm just gonna continue to find some work in the industry. I've been, like I said, working for 25 years in this sport. Like before I moved over here, I did have like 3 stores. I did have a clothing line. I always been in this. I did work for Northern Light, a big supplement company a long time ago, make the supplement.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that. You worked in the factory?
Yeah, I did everything. I was 18 and I learned everything. I learned driving my car, like a shift car, in Montreal, and go and get some material for the company, I didn't know how to drive, so it's funny. I've been at work, man, crazy.
Well, Adela Garcia drove a bus, and I think another girl was telling me she worked in a Chinese restaurant. So you had a pretty good job. You worked in a supplement company, so that wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, supplement company a long time, for many years. Supplement store, clothing lines. I have, that's a big company. We make so much clothes. Right. First year we did $4 million of clothes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Right, so you got some business experience.
Oh yeah.
I got one more question I got to ask you. I got to ask you this one question, then we're going to go because I got to go out to eat. It's Jeff the producer's birthday. Last question. What do you think is going on with Lee Priest? Did he lose his mind? I mean, you dated him for a while. Did he lose his freaking mind, this guy? What's wrong with him?
I must say, what? You want to know if I still talk to Lee?
I want to know what's wrong with him. Why did he go crazy? They let him back in the Ifbb. He was going to compete, and then he lost his freaking mind again.
I don't know. I once in a while he's gonna send you a message and say like, congratulations for your show, you look great, or somebody's gonna put a picture of him on Facebook and gonna make a comment or whatever. To me, it's pretty nice. It's still, it's funny because when I talk to him or when I talk about him, I'm just like, what's going on with this guy? I was married with him. To me, it's kind of hard to believe.
You were going to get married, right?
I was.
Oh, you were married. That's right. You were married. You had Cathy Lee Priest for a while. That's right. I remember.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's like I don't remember. It's been so long.
But seriously, when you were with him, he was a little more sane. He really did lose his mind. Why did he move all the way back to Australia and he hibernates now there? What happened? This was a guy who made a lot of money in the sport, and he was very popular.
I know, yeah, it was really, really good. It was the most popular one too. And when he left me, we was working on a supplement line. There's like some people from Arizona. They was investing. They had $500,000 on the.
Oh, really? That much money, huh?
Oh yeah, they was like working on everything. And it's just, and I don't know if he just. I guess that was not what he wanted, or I don't know. And I myself, I said, why you do this? What happened? Why you give up everything? Just like I could turn the page at that point, at that time when, he got with somebody else.
What was his answer, though? What did he tell you? What was the answer to that question?
I don't know. He just like they was not happy. He was just nothing was making him happy. So I just don't know. Like he said, it's not you, it's me. So, but I never know what was the problem.
Well, you're a very happy person, like I am. You're always smiling, and you're a happy person by nature. He obviously is not a happy person because he had a lot of opportunities and he did make a lot of money, and he has probably more fans than any other bodybuilder that I know of. So it's kind of sad when you see the guy self-destruct like that. Do you kind of feel bad for him a little bit?
I wish he would come back because, like last weekend at the Arnold Classic, people still talk to me about it. It's so funny because people, like I said, I don't know people's name, but I'm like, well, but some people was thinking I was still married with Lee. So where's Lee? Is Lee came over with you? I'm like, Lee, we're not married anymore. We're not together anymore.
Yeah, people don't know. They have no idea.
It's been 10 years, It's been 10, 12 years already. It's a long time.
Yeah, people don't know. People still think I write for Muscular Development Magazine. They don't realize I haven't been there for 3 years, so they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, sometimes I wish he would come back. Sometimes I wish he would just, turn around and just say, like, clear his head and say, you know what, I talk to Manium and talk to the policy people, I don't know, but just to clean, to come back and say, I'm sorry, I apologize for everything I done or did or whatever, and restart fresh, in the IFBB, I think he got the chance to do it.
He did? He blew it. He blew it. Look, you know what? I found out a long time ago, Cathy, happiness comes from within. You can't find happiness from being in a relationship. You can't find happiness with money. You can't find happiness outside of yourself. If you don't know what's inside your heart, then you're going to be miserable your whole life. And there's a lot of miserable people walking around like that. And I wish that I hope he finds happiness at some point and realizes that he's a good person. But Cathy, I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to talk to us, and I'm excited to see you back on stage. You did so well at the Ms. International with that 4th place finish, but you got to get that Olympia invite. So hopefully we'll see you at Toronto, and hopefully you'll emerge victorious.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Cathy Lefrancois, back in business, back on RX Muscle. We love you, Cathy.